get the job, but Jaren Jackson in that fourth quarter defensively, what did you see from him? And I mean, what shifted for him in that fourth quarter with the way he played?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super proud of the group. Obviously, giving up a 40 point quarter in that third, and then locking down, only giving up 18 in the fourth. I thought JJ was a huge part of that. I thought everyone collectively, the Knicks forced us into a number of adjustments. Our guys executed beautifully. JJ 5 blocks. Really sound defense one-on-one as Randall was attacking. I know he picked up fouls early in the game, but they came back in that fourth quarter and just played like we talked about, just active and smart. But his activity just fueled us offensively. We got to build runs, helped us build a lead. JJ was impactful big time for us tonight.
The way that game played out towards the end with Ja doing it on offense and Jaren doing it on defense, is that, I guess, just a short picture of why the future is so bright in Memphis? Because when those guys are doing that, then you're capable of erasing an 11-point deficit in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, those guys obviously set a tone for you on both sides of the floor. Obviously, Ja taking over. I thought we had so many great looks that we missed. Great execution, got to our spots on the floor, got exactly what we wanted. Just didn't have the shots fall. But then execution on the offensive end, a lot of credit to Ja and the group just to be really organized, as they were running a couple different coverages throughout the fourth quarter. And then defensively, I thought, JJ cleaned up a lot, down in the paint at the rim. But our guards on the ball, I mean, Tyus was huge tonight, plus 22 coming out, playing really good defense. Ja on the ball, taking on, tough matchups. These guys are physical, they're drivers, they can get downhill, they can shoot threes. I thought their on-ball defense was phenomenal in that fourth quarter to kind of frustrate them, send them into our bigs activity, coming up with 50-50 balls, much better job rebounding. But when you have guys just setting a tone, Ja offensively, but also backing it up on the defensive end, JJ, obviously gets a lot of credit on the defensive end, but, he has some big possessions, three, and getting fouled on the 3-point shot, creating those cycles was big for us.
There are times Ja does things athletically, especially in transition. Like I'm watching the game and I start laughing. You see it every night. Are you used to that at this point? Are you over there like shaking your head and gasping? What's it like to see that on a night-to-night basis? Yeah, I mean, I know there's so much more ahead for him in a really bright career, but I think in just 2+ years now, I would like to say I'm surprised. A lot of times I'm just kind of waiting to see what they're going to do. What's he going to do? Is it a pass? Is it a lob? Is it a dunk? Is it a kick out, especially in transition? But I think his handles, at the elite level, what he can do to break down defenses, one-on-one, pick and rolls, just to get to his spots on the floor. That's what you need at this level, is to be able to get to your spots on the floor. So I'm just trying to follow him at times to see what's going to come next. But when he does something, I'm just like, here we go. This is what he does. But I know he's probably got more in store moving forward. That's going to definitely surprise me.
Just tonight, Brandon Clarke finishing lobs, 4 blocks, 2 steals. Just how impactful was his energy and activity and kind of flipping the game towards that end of the third, start of the fourth quarter? Yeah,
I mean, I thought BC, huge spark. I mentioned Tyus, the blocks as you listed. But I thought, taking on Randall, a matchup, that's a tough one. I mean, Randall comes out blazing early in the first quarter, sets a tone with his physicality. He's knocking down threes, but then in the second half, he's posting up, banging in, getting free throws. He's in the high quadrant. They swing it to him. He's driving. Thought BC did a great job in the post, but also a great job on his drives, just absorbing contact, contesting up top without fouling, forcing him into some tough shots. So I thought BC was huge for us from a block standpoint, but just a sound defensive standpoint, taking on a very physical matchup. And then when he's just giving us a boost on the offensive end with how he runs and plays above the rim, it's just great balance.
Does it show growth that in the games against Minnesota and Houston, when you come out and have a bad third quarter defensively, it never turned around, but tonight you turned it around very quickly in the fourth? Do you think that shows growth from a game-to-game standpoint?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think also a lot of growth from the level of physicality we got to have. I felt like throughout the game we couldn't really match their physicality, but late in the game we did a much better job. But then, as you said, just the resiliency to be able to handle. I mean, we don't often give up 40 points in a quarter, and to give up a 15-point lead, being up 5 at halftime. So I thought our guys did a great job just knowing, hey, it's 48 minutes. We're going to have opportunities to come back in this game. They kept sounding. I mean, we were just giving up so much in transition. We were missing shots. It led to a lot of just leak outs, use some timeouts. But lucky our guys stay poised. They just keep playing. Then when we get our runs going in the fourth quarter and we catch fire and then you get the crowd behind us, it just reinforces what we're capable of doing on both ends and how to come back and win in a lot of different fashions.
Taylor, I'm looking at Tyus Jones being a plus 22 today. You had a chance when you brought Jai in early in the fourth quarter, 9:45. That's earlier than you usually bring him in. You kept Tyus Jones in to play alongside of him. Why did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I've really loved what I've seen out of the Tyus lineups. I mean, it just gives us a different pop, multiple handlers. You can't just key in on Ja every single time. I think Tyus does a great job of moving the ball. There were so many possessions, even though we missed shots, he did a great job there. I love how his defense is, slowly improving, just game after game. He's taking on different challenges. He's guarding bigger guards, faster guards. He's really good with game plan discipline. And obviously, he had just started the quarter, and I felt like he was playing well, knowing that this was a good lineup for us, and this was maybe an opportunity for us to kind of just open the top and make a run here. We just kind of caught fire, and he ended up playing pretty much the entire fourth quarter. Great. Thanks, everybody.